Now on BBC HD, we're handing over to David Dimbleby and the team for all the action as it happens from the 2010 general election.
It's been the most exciting, unpredictable election for a generation. Over the next few hours, we'll discover what's happened. Welcome to election night here on the BBC. Good evening, and what an extraordinary campaign it's been. It began as a two-horse race. It ended with 3 starters at the line. And in 4 minutes' time, when we have our exit poll, we'll have the first indication of who's the winner, if indeed there is a clear winner. Whether David Cameron becomes the first Tory Prime Minister in 13 years, whether Gordon Brown returns triumphant to number 10, or whether it's Nick Clegg, who in effect acts as the kingmaker. There are 650 constituencies, which each sends 1 MP to the new House of Commons. An electorate of just over 45 million people, whose votes will be counted at nearly 450 centres throughout the United Kingdom. Towns and cities, countryside and suburbs. And we've got our cameras at more of them than any other broadcaster. And a team around me here, the engine room, that will analyse these results as they come in. Some of our top reporters are with the party leaders. Andrew Marr is with David Cameron, Kirsty Walk with Nick Clegg, and John Simpson following Gordon Brown. And Jeremy Vine will open the doors into his virtual world to display the results in all their glory.
Can David Cameron pave the way to number 10? Here are our paving stones flying into Downing Street. Each one of them has a constituency on it. The seats the Conservatives need to win to get Mr. Cameron to the end of the street. They need 116 extra seats for an overall majority. And here they are. And if they win them in order of difficulty, the last one is Waveney. And if they get them, Mr. Cameron is then up the stairs. He opens the door, and as Prime Minister, he goes in.
There'll be plenty more of that to come. And Jeremy Paxman is here to talk to the big political beasts.
Yes, up here on the naughty step, we shall have a constantly changing procession of winners and losers, of battle-weary veterans and eager adventurers, finding out from them what this decision we've made means and what will happen to us now.
And by the London Eye, with a spectacular view across the Thames to the Palace of Westminster, Andrew Neil will be talking to some familiar faces.
Yes, throughout the night I'm going to be talking to an eclectic mix of opinion formers and celebrities, including Piers Morgan, Simon Schama, Ian Hislop, Bruce Forsyth, Joan Collins, Ben Kingsley, and maybe, just maybe, a few surprises.
Fiona Bruce will be keeping us up to date, hour by hour, with what's happened, and the BBC's political editor Nick Robinson with sharp comment on the future of British politics.
Politicians on all sides are expecting a result that makes history. Either the first Tories to eject Labour from government in 3 decades, or a stunning political comeback for Labour, or an uncertain result which could lead to days of haggling, a deal, even a coalition. And the argument about who has the right to govern could start tonight in here.
And to look at any one constituency in this election where every seat matters, Emily Maitlis.
Yes, one big headline result, but there will be clues along the way to help us get there. My team will be sifting through those 650 individual races to see which results start spelling out the big picture. And this machine will help me show you. Here is how we voted last time round. What colour will we paint the country this time? Stay with us as I show you what your vote has done to this map.
Now, in a moment, as Big Ben strikes 10, we'll be able to give the result of our exit poll. For the first time, not an opinion poll, not people saying how they intend to vote, but people answering the question after they've voted. How did you vote? And that's how this is formed. We went to 130 different polling places to find this out. But remember, this is only an exit poll. If it was dead accurate, there'd be no need for anybody to go and vote. 10 o'clock. And this is what we're saying. It's going to be a hung parliament with the Conservatives as the largest party. And the figures, the Conservatives on 307, short by 19 of the 326 they'd need for an overall majority. Labour on 255, the Liberal Democrats on 59, and others on 29. And if that's right, the Liberal Democrats, despite all that noise and fury, have actually dropped 3 seats, which could be one reason why you need to be a bit sceptical about this exit poll. To make it up, NOP and Mori spoke to 18,000 people in 130 polling stations in England, Scotland and Wales, and they did it for the BBC, for ITV News and for Sky. All these polls, of course, have a small margin of error, which could be significant in a tight election like this. In fact, we're almost on the cusp of knowing what actually has happened. 3 main Westminster parties so close in the opinion polls right through, and possibly so close tonight. And there could be different voting patterns around the country. Of course, the exit poll, again, tries to take account of that, but it may not necessarily have got it right. Different people voting in different ways throughout the UK. Everybody agrees this has been a very complicated election. There's the exit poll. It's just